Growers of late-season soybeans may want to watch out for a couple of small insects that can cause large problems. University of Kentucky Extension entomologist Dr. Doug Johnson says farmers should look for signs of podworm and stinkbug.
The soybean podworm, which is really the corn earworm, but it feeds on soybeans also, and it's called the podworm, and the green stinkbug. Now the podworm is just what it sounds like. It's a worm. It's a caterpillar. It's very easy to identify. The stink bug, however, is not that worm-like thing, but it's a shield-shaped insect, and it's green, rather a bright green when it's an adult, and it has a piercing mouth part.
Johnson says these insects are a threat to soybeans because they directly attack the product that is to be harvested.
Well, they do two different physical types of damage, but the same result. The podworm eats a hole in the pod. It actually chews the pod wall, eats a hole through it, and it may or it may not eat the seed, but that doesn't make any difference because as soon as that pod is opened, it allows disease and other things to get into the pod, so you have a problem there. The stink bug, however, doesn't leave such a gross symptom. It has a piercing, sucking mouth part, so it just sticks its proboscis, which is really nothing more than a hypodermic needle, through the pod wall into the seed itself and sucks the oils and juices out.
According to Dr. Johnson, the first step in controlling these pests is to recognize that you have them.
Well, both of these insects can be relatively easily controlled with the use of modern pesticides if two criteria are met. One, you have to know, first of all, that you have a problem and realize, although that sounds a little silly, that these things aren't particularly easy to see just by passing by. After all, they're not feeding on the tops of the plants. They're not chewing the leaves up. They're down in the canopy feeding on the seed pods. So, first of all, you have to know whether they're there or not. Second of all, you have to know where they are in the field. With both of these insects, they can be scattered throughout the field. This is especially true of the podworm, but by and large, the stink bug will be around areas that are heavily weeded or around woodlots. So knowing how many and where they are will tell you whether or not you need to do something, and use of almost any registered pesticide will give you good control of both of these insects.
Haven Miller, UK College of Agriculture.